This video transcript explores some of the most shocking, tragic, and bizarre incidents involving pilots and cockpit behavior. Incidents that reveal the immense responsibility placed on those flying commercial aircraft and the catastrophic consequences when that responsibility is compromised. The stories range from psychological breakdowns and reckless decisions to acts of heroism, each illustrating the human element behind the cockpit door. Highlights include a female pilot's mental breakdown on a United Airlines flight, a scandalous sex incident during flight training in Russia, a fatal crash caused by a pilot letting his children manipulate the controls, a drunk passenger subdued by pilots after landing a near-fatal YouTube stunt by an amateur pilot, a mid-air berth assisted by a captain, and the infamous Germanwings crash where a co-pilot deliberately caused a mass fatality due to untreated depression. Each narrative reveals the vulnerabilities, ethical lapses, and moments of courage that define aviation safety and the lives that hang in the balance of every flight. Ultimately, the video underscores that while technology and protocols are vital, the human factor remains the most unpredictable and critical element in aviation. Highlights: a United Airlines female pilot suffered a public psychological breakdown just before takeoff, causing panic among passengers. A Russian flight instructor and trainee were caught having sex mid-flight, leading to expulsion and national aviation scrutiny. The stories vividly illustrate that the greatest risks in aviation often come not from mechanical failure, but from pilot behavior and mental health. The instructor's exploitation of a trainee for personal gain not only put lives at risk but damaged the institution's reputation and triggered a nationwide regulatory response. This underscores the critical need for strict ethical standards and oversight in flight training environments to maintain professionalism and safety. The United Airlines incident and Germanwings tragedy highlight how psychological instability can directly jeopardize hundreds of lives. The near crash caused by Chad Field, who flew recklessly to film a YouTube video, highlights the dangers of mixing entertainment ambitions with aviation. His failure to properly calculate weight and balance, combined with risky flying to capture footage, endangered all on. This incident reflects a growing challenge where pilots may compromise safety for online fame or content creation, necessitating stricter guidelines and public awareness about responsible flying. The Aeroflot Flight 593 crash is a tragic example of personal pride and negligence leading to disaster. Captain Saran Wreck's quick shift from flying to assisting in an emergency delivery demonstrates extraordinary presence of mind and empathy. The co-pilot's concealed depression and suicidal intent led to a deliberate crash, exposing gaps in monitoring and support systems. The subsequent protocol requiring 2 crew members in the cockpit at all times reflects a reactive but necessary change. Continuous improvements in psychological evaluation, transparent reporting, and cockpit access policies are essential to prevent future tragedies caused by internal human factors. Such moments reinforce that pilots often face unpredictable challenges and must be prepared to act as caregivers and leaders beyond their normal duties. Allowing unqualified individuals, especially children, to control an aircraft demonstrates a reckless disregard for aviation safety protocols. While technology, training, and regulations have greatly advanced flight safety, these incidents reveal the cockpit is ultimately controlled by humans subject to emotions, poor judgment, and sometimes heroic courage. These narratives serve as sobering reminders that the skies are not always serene and that vigilance, compassion, and responsibility from pilots and airlines are paramount in protecting lives. The aviation industry must continue to learn from such incidents to enhance mental health support, enforce ethical standards, and prepare crews for every conceivable challenge behind the cockpit door. This case has influenced global regulations banning unauthorized cockpit access during flight, emphasizing that even brief lapses in judgment can lead to irreversible consequences. Despite advanced technology, the cockpit remains dependent on the mental and emotional stability of the crew. The incident involving the drunk passenger showcases the importance of pilot authority and rapid, decisive action in maintaining safety on the ground and in the cabin. The captain's ability to physically restrain the disruptive passenger prevented a possible safety compromise during a critical phase of flight. This story highlights that pilots' responsibilities extend beyond flying to ensuring order and security, sometimes requiring physical intervention. Airlines and regulators must prioritize mental health screenings and create supportive yet rigorous protocols to prevent such catastrophes. Aeroflot Flight 593 crashed after the pilot let his child manipulate controls, killing all 75 on. Pilots subdued a drunk passenger aggressively trying to exit the plane prematurely. After landing in North Carolina, an amateur pilot endangered lives filming a YouTube video, resulting in an emergency landing and injuries. A Vietnamese captain helped deliver a baby mid-flight at 33,000 feet, turning a crisis into a miracle. The Germanwings Flight 9525 disaster occurred when a co-pilot locked the captain out and deliberately crashed the plane, killing 150 key insights *** human factor in aviation safety. Breach of professional ethics severely undermines safety ***. The Russian flight school scandal reveals how breaches in professional conduct, such as inappropriate relationships during flight, can erode trust and compromise safety. Asterisk overconfidence and negligence can be deadly. Pilot authority and decisiveness are crucial in managing emergencies. Social media and entertainment can conflict with aviation safety. Compassion and multitasking define exceptional pilots. Asterisk. The mid-air birth story exemplifies the humanity and adaptability required of pilots beyond their technical skills. Mental health screening and cockpit security must evolve. The Germanwings disaster remains a stark lesson in the consequences of ignored mental health issues within flight crews. Conclusion: this collection of cockpit stories reveals a complex, often fragile interplay of human psychology, ethics, professionalism, and unexpected emergencies in aviation.